we're going to move from the virtual environments out into the parks. So we're moving to how effective are interpretive programs in Alberta's provincial parks. So Glen, you're up next from Augustana faculty. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. To begin, I'd like you to think back to last summer or perhaps your childhood. How many of you have ever been camping in a park and gone to one of those interpretive programs? Okay, many hands. Good to hear. In your own mind, what do you recall about those programs? Did you feel any different? Did you learn something new? Think about that. So I've been to many, and I still vividly recall many of the activities, skits, and activities that we took part in during that time. There we go. There's one that you could have participated in. So interpretive programs are supposed to help park visitors discover, value, conserve, and enjoy the local and human natural history. The problem is, many park agencies don't measure progress towards those outcomes. As a result, Liz Halpenny, Liz is back here, and I are working on a 5-year SHRC project to evaluate that progress. It's really timely because Alberta Parks just celebrated the 50-year anniversary of interpretation in provincial parks, and it's extremely relevant. Alberta Parks, as a sample of provinces, has 9 million visits in their provincial parks every year. Over 500,000 take part in an educational program. Extrapolating that to Canada, we're probably talking over 100 million visits to park systems. Based on previous studies, we're going to focus on these 6 primary outcomes. So in 2019, we surveyed over 800 respondents from over 9 parks across the province. We attended 47 interpretive programs, or at least our research assistants did. What a great summer job, going and camping all these parks, going to all these programs. So what did we find out? Well, we found that the attendees tended to be more female, tended to be more educated, and tended to have more children along with them in their groups. In terms of outcomes, we found that attendees of programs, compared to the campers that didn't, had higher satisfaction levels from their trips. They learned more, they had higher knowledge levels. They had modest attitude shifts and only modest behavioral shifts. They developed very strong positive memories, but had no discernible increase in connections to the park. So how can we use this information? Well, it should be helpful for park agencies in Alberta and across Canada and around the world. It should help improve programming to set appropriate goals and to predict behavior. It'll help in hiring staff with the skills to reach those target goals. It will help with marketing to reach those target user groups. And it'll help with planning to help solve park management issues such as bears and garbage and disturbances. Hopefully, it will help demonstrate the high value of parks to government, to visitors, and to the public at large. We intend to follow up with these groups that we have surveyed a year later to see how well those outcomes have lasted in those 12 months. Just to wrap up, thanks to SHRC, thanks to Alberta Parks, thanks to colleagues, and thanks to all those willing respondents. Thank you.